Seneca once said, "Ignorance is the cause of fear." Seneca's teachings on how to stay calm have continued to resonate with people over the centuries, and his insights remain highly relevant in today's fast-paced and often stressful world. By learning to keep our impulses under control and cultivate inner peace, we can not only improve our own lives, but also make a positive impact on the people around us. By applying Seneca's timeless principles to your daily life, you will be able to face life's challenges with more clarity and serenity, and achieve a more fulfilling and virtuous existence. 1. Ignore the opinions of others. Seneca wrote, "The wise Stoic does not care what others find shameful or miserable. He does not follow the crowd." Seneca thought that seeking the approval of others could be like being trapped, because we could become tied to the opinions and expectations of the people around us. He explained that people's opinions are usually based on their own views, prejudices, and personal interests, and don't always reflect the objective truth. Therefore, relying too much on external validation and seeking the approval of others can cause anxiety and stress. In addition, he argued that focusing excessively on the opinions of others could take us away from our own goals and aspirations. Seneca advised that we should not give too much importance to the opinions of others and focus on our own inner values and principles. This would help us stay true to ourselves and follow our own dreams and ambitions. For example, think that you love writing and have always dreamed of becoming an author. However, your friends and family insist that you choose a more stable and lucrative career, such as being a doctor or lawyer. If you are constantly seeking their approval and opinions, you may begin to doubt yourself and your abilities as a writer. However, if you ignore what they say and focus on your own inner values and principles, you can stay true to yourself and pursue your passion for writing. By choosing to follow the paths of your own dreams and desires, a journey is filled with joy and contentment, far beyond trying to meet other people's expectations. This personal direction not only provides a sense of inner strength and security, but also contributes to a higher state of tranquility and inner peace. By looking away from other people's opinions or preventing them from having too much influence, we find space to tune into our own internal compass, choosing paths that are in line with our values and priorities. This approach allows us to remain calm, reducing pressure and external expectations, providing a sense of empowerment and control over our own lives. It is essential, however, to point out that Seneca's suggestions did not point to total isolation or complete ignorance of other people's opinions. Stoic philosophy recognized the importance of seeking guidance and advice from trusted friends and mentors. In addition, Seneca valued the idea that constructive criticism and honest feedback are valuable tools to aid our personal growth and improvement. In this balance between individual authenticity and collective wisdom, we find a path that allows us to reap the benefits of self-knowledge and at the same time take advantage of the valuable insights that others can offer us on our journey. 2. Keep your impulses under control. Seneca says, "It is a fault of young people not to be able to control their impulses." For Seneca, keeping impulses under control is crucial to achieving calm. He believes that when we allow our emotions and impulses to dominate us, we become enslaved by them, impairing our ability to reason and make wise decisions. According to Seneca, the first step to controlling impulses is to be aware of them. We must recognize the thoughts, feelings, and desires that arise in us, observing them without judgment or attachment. By doing this, we can begin to distance ourselves from the impulses and gain greater control over them. For example, imagine yourself in a frustrating situation, such as dealing with a difficult work colleague. In these situations, it's common to feel angry, which can lead us to react negatively and unproductively. However, following Seneca's advice, we can learn to control anger and impulses, reacting in a more conscious and constructive way. The first step is to be aware of anger as it arises and to observe it without judgment or attachment. We can recognize that we are feeling anger without allowing it to dominate us. By taking this step, we begin to distance ourselves from the anger and gain a greater sense of control over it. Next, we can assess the situation before reacting. We can question whether the anger is really justified or just an instinctive reaction to the situation. By reflecting on our impulses before acting, we can make more informed and intentional decisions in line with our true selves. When we consider the importance of living according to our beliefs, we realize that we have the power to choose how we act in various situations. For example, when faced with a difficult coworker, we can choose to approach them in a calm and firm manner, expressing our concerns in a constructive way. This choice not only preserves our inner tranquility, but also contributes to creating a more positive and productive environment, benefiting not only ourselves, but also those around us. Seneca's teachings on self-control offer valuable lessons that can be applied in various areas of our daily lives. By resisting the temptation to procrastinate, avoiding harmful habits and maintaining patience and understanding in the face of difficulties, we exercise self-control in a meaningful way. These practices not only promote our personal happiness, but also have the power to make a positive impact on the world around us. By recognizing the importance of acting in accordance with what we believe, we understand that our daily decisions have a significant impact on our emotional well-being and on the quality of life of the people around us. By adopting consistent practices of self-control and conscious choices, we can not only live a happier life, but also play a positive role in building a better world. 3. Accept your destiny. According to Seneca, fate guides those who are willing and drags down those who are reluctant. Some things are under our control, such as our thoughts and actions, while others are not, such as external events and the actions of others. The Stoics thought it was important to focus on what we can control and accept what we can't or what doesn't matter to us. As human beings, we often want to control everything, thinking that this will give us security and predictability. Unfortunately, this is a mistake, because there will always be things outside of our control. Trying to control everything creates unnecessary anxiety and stress, and we run the risk of becoming frustrated and angry when things don't go our way. For example, imagine someone planning a vacation with friends, organizing all the activities and meals very carefully. If something unexpected happens, such as a sudden change in the weather, that person could get upset and angry, spoiling the fun for everyone. Trying to control everything exposes them to unnecessary stress and anxiety, as well as damaging their relationships and experiences. On the other hand, by accepting the situation as it is, this person can enjoy the trip with a more relaxed and adaptable attitude, improving their experiences and relationships. Although we can't control what happens to us, we can choose how we react to these events. Stoicism teaches that we should accept everything that happens to us, even when it is difficult or unpleasant. This practice of accepting our fate is called amor fati, which means love of fate or acceptance of fate. The idea is to embrace everything that happens to us, both the good and the bad, and to see it as necessary and meaningful. We shouldn't just accept our destiny, but actively love it, as it is the path to our personal growth and development. Imagine you are a musician who has been anxiously preparing for a crucial concert for months. On the day of the event, you arrive to find heartbreaking news. Your instrument has been damaged during transportation and there is no time to repair it before the performance. At that moment, you are faced with two choices. Give in to sadness, feel defeated and look for blame, either in yourself or in others, or adopt a posture of love for fate, accepting the situation with gratitude and resilience. By choosing the second option, you understand that the situation is out of your control, recognizing that getting upset or blaming will not change the facts. Instead, you focus on the positive aspects, seeing the opportunity to learn and grow as a musician in the face of this adversity. You may decide to play with another available instrument or improvise during the concert. By embracing fate as a chance to develop, he transforms what initially seemed negative into a positive experience. Cultivating an attitude of love for destiny not only reduces negative emotions such as anger and frustration, but also allows us to face life with serenity and acceptance. In this way, we become better able to deal with setbacks, failures, and challenges, thus enjoying a more satisfying and meaningful life. 4. Focus on your highest aspirations. Seneca tells us, "It is not that we have too little time to live, but that we waste too much of it. Life is long enough, and a sufficiently generous amount has been given to us for the greatest achievements, if everything were invested well." Seneca's point is that many people spend time on things that don't help them grow or feel good, which can lead to dissatisfaction and a lack of fulfillment. He advises practicing mindfulness, which is paying close attention to each moment. This helps us to understand our thoughts and emotions, making us more aware and emotionally intelligent. In this way, we can use our time more efficiently to pursue our important goals. When we practice mindfulness, we are able to let go of distractions and worries that cause us stress. By focusing on our goals and making thoughtful choices about how we use our time, we can live more calmly, without wasting energy on things that don't contribute to our personal growth and well-being. For example, if you have an important project at work that is causing you stress, instead of feeling overwhelmed, you can practice mindfulness. Breathing deeply and focusing on the present helps to calm the mind and reduce stress. Next, reflect on your most important goals, such as doing a good job or being a reliable team member. Making thoughtful choices about how to approach the project can help you stay focused, motivated, and prioritize tasks that contribute to your personal growth and well-being. Although we seek to live in the present, focused on meaningful goals, it is vital to understand that life can present challenges that shake our inner calm. There are times when external events are beyond our control, and even our efforts to practice mindfulness may not prevent stressful situations. However, by cultivating a mindset of mindfulness and living with purpose, we can strengthen our ability to face such challenging moments with serenity. By being aware of our thoughts and emotions, directing our energy towards what really matters, we become better able to cope with stress and uncertainty in a constructive way, promoting a happier life. Our journey towards fulfillment requires acceptance of life's complexity. Even with our sincere efforts to stay focused on personal achievements, we inevitably encounter unpredictable and sometimes baffling circumstances. The continuous practice of mindfulness, combined with a sense of purpose, provides valuable tools for dealing with such challenges. Instead of being moments that destabilize us, these challenges become opportunities to cultivate inner strength and resilient strategies. By understanding and embracing the reality that life is a mixture of positive and adverse experiences, we can transform stress and uncertainty into opportunities for personal growth and thus build a happier life. In order to achieve this happy life, it is very important not to let the bad feelings in life take over, such as anxiety, depression, and existential crisis. The Stoics shielded their minds from this very well. For this, I left a video in the first comment to show you how to shield your mind too. 5. Practice forgiveness. According to Seneca, those who need forgiveness should readily offer it. Seneca believed that if someone needed forgiveness, the injured party should be ready to forgive. Forgiveness should not depend on the seriousness of the offense or how sorry the offender was. Instead, forgiveness should be freely and readily given to anyone who seeks it, regardless of the circumstances. Seneca argued that forgiveness is crucial to achieving tranquility, while holding grudges and anger towards others would only cause suffering and personal anguish. He recognized that forgiving can be difficult, especially if someone has hurt us deeply or continues to act in a harmful way. However, he also believed that forgiveness is ultimately a choice we make for ourselves, not to benefit the person who has wronged us. For Seneca, forgiveness should not be a sporadic action, carried out only in response to specific events. He believed that cultivating a mindset of forgiveness and compassion towards others, even in difficult times, can help release negative emotions towards those who have wronged us. By adopting forgiveness as part of everyday life, we can experience more peace and emotional freedom. For example, imagine you have a coworker who often belittles your ideas and tries to take credit for your work. It can be tempting to hold a grudge against this person and allow negativity to affect your mood and performance at work. However, if you regularly practice forgiveness towards this colleague, you may find that you are able to overcome the negative emotions and focus on finding collaborative solutions. Start by forgiving yourself for any negative feelings you may have towards your colleague. Acknowledge your feelings without judging them, and remember that it's okay to feel upset. However, holding a grudge will only harm you in the long run. Also, try to put yourself in your colleague's shoes and understand their motivations. Perhaps they are feeling insecure about their work and are looking for recognition for other people's ideas. By practicing empathy, you may find it easier to overcome any negative feelings towards them. Instead of constantly thinking about your colleagues' negative actions, you can try to focus on the good things they do and the positive contributions they make. By changing the way you see things, it can be easier to work collaboratively and find solutions to problems together. Even after this, if your colleague's behavior continues to negatively affect your work, it's important to set boundaries and communicate your needs clearly. However, do this with compassion and without confrontation, focusing on finding solutions rather than blaming or criticizing. Forgiveness is a process that can take time and practice to completely rid yourself of negative emotions. But by doing this and persisting, you may find it easier to forgive not only this colleague, but also other people in your life who may have hurt or harmed you in the past. By letting go of negative emotions and cultivating compassion and understanding towards others, we can live a peaceful and virtuous life while contributing to the greater good of society. 6. Review your day. He says, all our senses must be trained to acquire strength. They are by nature able to resist, provided that the mind, which must daily be called to account for itself, does not persist in undermining them. Seneca believed that it is important to look at one's day in order to achieve inner tranquility and improve oneself. To be wise, we need to study ourselves, not just observe the world around us. Self-analysis means taking a step back and thinking about who we are, what we believe, and how we act. It involves examining our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors and considering how they might be influencing us. In a fast-paced world full of technology, it's easy to get distracted and lose sight of what really matters. It's crucial to take the time to think about ourselves and our actions in order to understand our values and goals in life. By doing this, we can learn from our mistakes, develop resilience and become more self-aware, which can improve our mental and emotional well-being. In addition, avoiding difficult emotions and thoughts can damage our mental health. Ignoring these emotions can lead to feelings of anxiety, depression, and loneliness. Recognizing and dealing with these emotions is essential to developing a balanced outlook on life. Through self-analysis, we can identify the sources of our emotions and develop healthy ways of dealing with them. A practical way to do this is to set aside some time each evening and find a quiet place to reflect without distractions. This could be a quiet room at home, a bench in a park, or even the parked car. Take a few deep breaths to calm your mind. Focus on the present moment and free your thoughts from distractions. Keeping a diary is also a great way to reflect on your day's actions. Seneca considered it crucial to take a moment at the end of each day to reflect on our actions and choices. This daily exercise offers a valuable opportunity to gain a deeper understanding of our habits and behaviors, paving the way for continuous adjustments and improvements. For the Stoic philosopher, personal improvement was a lifelong journey in which constant striving for improvement was encouraged. As well as being a space to identify areas for development, this period of reflection can become a time for celebration, even for seemingly small achievements. By recognizing and valuing what we have achieved, we build a sense of gratitude and positivity, which are fundamental elements for maintaining a lasting sense of calm and satisfaction. In short, dedicating time to this daily reflective practice makes us more aware of our own essence, allowing us to align actions and thoughts with our values and goals. This alignment not only contributes to a more meaningful existence, but also nurtures a state of mind characterized by genuine and lasting happiness. But to maintain this happiness, you urgently need to know how to become indestructible. Click on the video on the screen and watch it now.